Florida Technical University Radio, Eastern Region. In London, it's on ABN Radio and worldwide at myjoyonline.com. Up in this edition, Auditor General recommends 21 MDAs to retrieve over 467 million cedis government paid to over 7,000 ghost workers.
We have sent detailed list of the affected employees to the respective MDAs, and we are expecting that they will take action on them.
Also, public universities bill key on the agenda as Parliament resumes sitting today, but there is strong opposition to it.
At its present state, it is almost a no-no document for the universities who have concerns. Why at all do we need a bill?
The minority is meanwhile calling for deeper consultation.
In business, total value of mobile money accounts held at banks reaches 3.9 billion cedis at the end of March this year. More on this at 6:15.
And pediatrician working to save newborn babies at the Bolgatanga Regional Hospital's neonatal intensive care unit shares near-death experience after contracting coronavirus.
When I started desaturating, I started writing down messages for my family because at a point in time I gave up. I actually thought I was going to die. Then I would just say, Lord, may your will be done.
These and more coming up shortly. Thank you for joining us. Let's start with a breaking story from the Ashanti region. We understand 3 persons have been shot dead by suspected armed robbers at Manso Dadiese, a community in the Ashanti region. Ohimin Teria is on this beat for us. He joins us on the line. Hello, Ohimin. What more do we know about this incident?
Thank you, Komla. Information or details on the incident is a bit scanty, but what we do know is that at about 7 p.m. last night, police in the Manso and Kwanta area received distress call from the community that these are armed people who have been shooting indiscriminately in the community. So police proceeded to the community and found 3 bodies, including a 60-year-old driver of the Amansia South District. Amansia District Chief Executive for Amansia South District, Koyo Abanahine, who was also found dead among the 3 people. So the bodies of the 3 have been deposited at St. Martin Hospital at Agoyesum pending police investigations.
Ohime, some clarity. Did you say that the district chief executive was among the dead?
No, what I mean is that the driver of the district chief executive, a 60-year-old man, is among the deceased.
Okay, many thanks to you. Ohimin Teria will be on this beat for us. Will bring us all the details. Now, the Auditor General is recommending 21 ministries, departments and agencies indicted in its special audit to retrieve 467 million cedis government paid to over 7,000 ghost workers. It follows a nationwide payroll and personal verification exercise from June 2018 to January 2020 conducted by the Auditor General to provide an independent assurance on a public payroll. Former DCE for Setria from Plains, Donko Fusaini shares a personal story of how monies were paid into his account as a health worker when he had resigned years ago.
The salary I was taking as an FP was upgraded to a principal, and it kept coming until 2019 when I was elected. So I quickly called the ministry and said, why is my name still in the system? They said they were going to work on it, but I also decided, well, this is not coming to my account. I don't have any issues. Because if it were coming to my private account, that is where we will have the issue. So I'm just drawing your attention to the fact that if you want to trace these ghost people and say, oh, the money goes to their account, they should be prosecuted.
You hear the former DCE for Sesha from Plains, Donko Fusaini. Well, Deputy Auditor General George Winful says he expects the government agencies to surcharge the affected individuals listed in a special audit.
We have sent detailed list of the affected employees to the respective MDAs, and we are expecting that they will take action on them.
What did you find in respect of people who may also have retired but possibly still on the payroll? Do you find anything like that?
Yes, we did. That we found to be a systemic issue. Our expectation is that the Controller and Accountant General system should have intelligent flex scale. That data which is not suitable is rejected by the system.
You hear the Deputy Auditor General George Winful. Now, the controversial Public Universities Bill is key on the agenda as Parliament resumes sitting later this morning. But even before the House looks at the content of the bill, there's growing opposition to it, with the University Teachers Association of Ghana questioning its relevance. When passed, the bill will harmonize administration and management of public universities. But UTAC says there is no defect of the current law governing the universities. Here is National President, Professor Charles Mafu.
At its present state, It is almost a no document for the universities. And it is important that we have a critical look at it, make it better if that is what we want to go. Because people have concerns, why at all do we need a bill? In other words, when there is no problem, why should we be fixing anything?
Yeah, the National President of UTAG, Professor Charles Mafo, while the Minority Leader in Parliament, Haruna Idrisu, wants government to consult more on the bill.
We have to allow for a more thorough scrutiny and open, thorough debate at second reading when we look at the principles of the bill. UTAG, the vice chancellors, and students are major stakeholders. You just don't make a law. Laws respond to need and to correct a certain wrong. If the stakeholder for whom you are making the law feel dissatisfied, you need to rethink it.
Well, the House is meanwhile expected to consider additional 36 bills, including the Affirmative Action Bill 2020, as well as the National Ambulance Amendment Bill 2020. Members will also gild the constitutional instrument expected to regulate the conduct of a voter registration exercise. Director of Public Affairs with the Electoral Commission, Sylviano, says the existing voters card will not be accepted for registration.
When the Electoral Commission sees that this step that we're going to take will ultimately affect the credibility of an election, there's nothing wrong with taking another decision. But let me say that whatever decision the Electoral Commission has taken, the Commission believes that are in the best interest of the country.
You hear that Sylviano. Sylviano is the Public Relations Officer of the Electoral Commission, but the Minority Leader wants the Electoral Commission boss, Jean Mensah, summoned before the House to answer for some of the alleged procurement breaches. Let's do some other stories now. And she came into contact with a patient who later tested positive for COVID-19 at the Bolgatanga Regional Hospital in March this year. And after exhibiting symptoms of a disease days after, pediatrician in charge of a neonatal intensive care unit of the hospital, Dr. Gillian Bogie, had to be airlifted to a Kolebu Teaching Hospital for critical care. 20 days after hospitalization, he has now tested negative twice and been discharged. Dr. Bogie has been sharing her near-death experience with Joy News.
I felt I couldn't breathe very well, especially when I had coughed for a very long time. Initially, they nebulized me, and then I was put on intranasal oxygen. The ambulance came, took me to the airstrip, and then I was airlifted to the medical ICU, Kolebu.
Do you remember anything that happened to you when you got to the ICU?
I do remember. When I started desaturating, I started writing down messages for my family because at a point in time I gave up. I actually thought I was going to die. Then I would just say, Lord, may your will be done. I spent 8 days in the medical ICU.
Yeah, the pediatrician in charge of a neonatal intensive care unit of the Bolgatanga Regional Hospital, Dr. Gillian Bogie. The documentary A Journey with COVID airs today at 6:30 p.m. on the Joy News channel, which is also free to air. Now, the International Federation of Agricultural Journalists, ALTEC, has named Joy News' Joseph Opoku Gakpo as the winner of the International Award for Leadership in Agricultural Journalism. Here's a News Desk report.
IFAJ also appreciated the numerous production of audiovisuals, articles, and media broadcasts by Joseph Opoku Gakpo geared towards societal development, particularly agriculture. The IFAJ ALTEC International Award for Leadership in Agriculture Journalism aligns with ALTEC's vision for a planet of plenty, in which a world of abundance is made possible through the adoption of new technologies, better farm management practices, and human ingenuity. Mr. Opoku Gakpo is a Cornell University Fellow, winner of the International Federation of Agricultural Journalists Star Prize, winner of the MTN Heroes of Change Award, and 3-time winner of the Ghana Journalists Association Award in Agriculture, Sustainable Development Goals, and Poverty Reduction Reporting.
Congratulations to our colleague Joseph Opoku Gakpo there. Now, the Ghana Association of Private Schools says it has made headway in assessing stimulus package for its members. Nearly 50,000 private school teachers from over 4,300 private schools in the country have lost their jobs due to the challenges imposed by the coronavirus pandemic. Here's one of the teachers who has been affected by this, and he's been speaking to us.
So they managed to pay us in March, but for April and May, there is no hope actually for us. It's really difficult on the school and then on we, the teachers, as well.
Speaking to Joy News, the president of the Ghana Association of Private Schools, Damascus Tusrong, noted that meetings with the National Board for Small-Scale Industries have yielded much results, and private schools could in the coming weeks benefit from government stimulus packages.
Indeed, we have been pursuing government over a period to see what form of support they can offer to us and by extension to our teachers.
So, is there any hope then, in getting part of these funds at all?
Yes, there is some hope.